giving you a little product info because I know going through that sort of search for items is sometimes terrible, and you're glad that you have somebody else do the work. And I did that, and I've returned one of the keyboards that I thought was really good and based on reviews and everything else, and went and got a second one. And this second one far outperforms. It has larger keys. It has a fit and finish that is great for the iPad if you're working the iPad. I haven't checked to see if they use if this company makes products for other devices, but if they do, they are worthy to check out, and I'll put a link in the description below. But I'm really impressed with this keyboard case. It's got a fit and finish and high tolerances. It is aluminum on the top, I believe, here. So it does have a lighter weight than the other one that I had. The other one was just cheap, and you could tell it wasn't going to take long for it to break. This one you can see lasting a very long time, and the hinge mechanism and so forth is solid. This is not a weak device. This is really, I'm very impressed with it. Of course, it comes in a variety of colors. There's a few things on the keyboard that you might want to pay attention to. If I have fairly large hands, and so far, because the keys, I actually measured them. They're wider than the other one that I had, but they're comfortable. I can actually type. I'm working on another short story, and in Scrivener, which is my favorite editing program for stories. On this particular keyboard, the shift key is really small, so I always do my shift with my right hand. That becomes a problem because the page up is about where I hit my shift, so I'm starting to learn to do the shift key with my left hand, which is not a problem. It's relatively quick. I'm not the fastest typer in the world, but I can adjust to it pretty well. Some people have complained that the lockout key is really close to the delete key. In my work, and I hit the delete key all the time because, again, I have dyslexia, so I have to go back through quite a bit, and the delete key is part of my normal typing process. And I have yet to hit the lock key myself. The way my hands are situated on this is not indicative of my pinky hitting that key. I'd have to go pretty far to hit that, especially with my hands resting on here in a nice comfortable pose. I have yet to hit that key. I have not hit that key yet, so I don't know what some people are doing that they complained about that, and it was only a few people, of course, but I did check all the reviews because I don't want something interfering with the writing process. This doesn't. It fit right well. The other one, the keyboard was so plasticky, and the travel on it wasn't tight. There was no tight tolerances, and I knew right off the bat I was not going to be typing on that thing, and I tried, and it was just, there's something about when you get a good keyboard that just gets out of your way. The plasticky one with the poor tolerances made it really difficult to do the typing where I wasn't continually focused on the keys and the whole process of that. And it was, and I really did try typing on it because I didn't want to return a product that wasn't tested, thoroughly vetted. But I could not. I had to get rid of that thing. And based on the reviews, some people were saying, hey, it's a great keyboard, blah, blah, blah. Not to my specs. So this is a keyboard. I've written close to 1 million words on novels and short stories. I do some typing, and so the keyboard has to really be there and out of my way so I can just get my work done. And this one does it. So I really do recommend this one. If you can stand, working your shift key on the other side, and if you're really good at landing that shift key and not hitting the up arrow all the time, you won't have a problem with it. You have a full spectrum as far as all of your brightness, and you also have the keyboard itself has a brightness. Let's see, here we go. And so in the night you can't really see it here, but there is a key and you can switch the colors on the actual keyboard, so to whatever one. It is backlit, so, and it really does work well in the night. Here you won't see it as much. You got 3 different levels of display on it, or brightness on it, and then you have a multitude of colors that you can switch between. So that's there, that's available for when you need. I did use that in the night when I was typing. Worked well. Overall, you have your function keys, your control, command, and option keys. So all of those work well with the different apps. You can cycle through the different apps like I showed you before with the command tab, and go all the way across through all of the different apps that you have open. And so going through, and music, I have Interstellar playing. That's one of my favorite soundtracks when I need to do some deep writing. But that gives you a little bit of insight on that. And again, links in the description below. This really worked well for me. It's tight, high tolerances, really a finished product, and everything that I've read is they stand behind the product really well. So some people have been saying they get 100 hours of keyboard play on that battery. I just started using this, so probably had 3 hours on it. It barely moved the charge indicator on the battery, so I have a feeling that is going to be a pretty good use of battery time on that. But that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already, and please share. Thank you.